Coming up on Sports Weekly, we'll take you out to Cajon High School track and field practice as we check in with Keith Cottledge. He's one of the top long jumpers and triple jumpers in the state this season. He's hoping to bring home maybe not one, but maybe two CIF state titles. And then it's to the baseball diamond. We'll catch up with the Cowboys baseball team on the road against first place Yucaipa. And then it's over from the Citrus Butte League to the Ambassador League. Aquinas taking on Arrowhead Christian in a matchup in a series with big-time league title implications. Then we also had big local football news as our guy, Alexander Madison, the pride of Cardinal City, San Bernardino High School, signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. We're going to have those details, and best of luck to Cal State San Bernardino men's basketball, going back to the Elite Eight for the second consecutive season after winning the West Region Championship. All that and a whole lot more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. Lots of great local content, highlights, interviews, live games as well. We're going to start this segment with some track and field. You know, Cajon High School has produced a lot of great track and field athletes, even most recently Seth Johnson last season, who's now with the Cal Golden Bears. This year, Keith Cottledge is really taking aim on not one, maybe two CIF state titles. Keith is already one of the top long jumpers and triple jumpers in the state. In fact, he had the top long jump mark in the state earlier this season. Here's practice at Jaden Daniels Stadium, of course, at Cajon High School now. And there is Keith. You know, he's one of the top triple jumpers and long jumpers, but he still feels like he can get better, that the best is still to come this season. He's been working really hard with Coach Tracy Jackson out there at Cajon High School, trying to improve his marks. And like I said, he's already one of the top jumpers in the state, inside the top 5 in the triple jump and the long jump. And at the end of the season, he's hoping he can bring home a couple CIF state titles. That's the goal, and he's continuing to work really hard to achieve those goals. Sports Weekly reporter Josh Ali caught up with Keith and Coach Jackson at Cajon practice to talk about how the season is going so far, areas that they can improve, and again, the end game to win not one, but maybe two CIF state titles.
My goal is to make it to state and win. Titles, I don't have no titles right now, but my goal is to make it to state and win for long and triple.
What will it take for Keith to win a state title?
It starts with practice. It starts with the discipline. So everything that we say we got to get better each and every day. So details matter. When we walk away from practice, we want to walk away that we learned something and we gotten better. So it takes collectively all coaches, athlete, believing in the process, and then going out there and achieving it.
What are some ways you can still improve?
I think I can improve in my running. I think I can get faster. For my long triple, I can improve my landing because it's not good. And I think that's really it right now.
Let me just ask another question. How has running helped your jumping?
It's helped a lot, like a lot. I feel like if I wasn't as fast as I was now, I wouldn't be able to hit my mark. I wouldn't be able to hit where I am now.
What makes Keith unique or special from other athletes that you've seen?
He's driven, and in track and field, even though it's a team sport, it's an individual sport, and I've trained many athletes, but this one overall, to be good in sprints, but also be good at jumps. He kind of remind me of a Carl Lewis. So it makes him special in a unique way because he's mastering both, events. So that sets him apart from a lot of the kids that are out there today.
What inspires you to train and work hard?
I want to go far on track, so I want to do as best as possible right now so I can go as far as possible later.
Well, we will be keeping track of the Cajon track team this season, pun intended, as Keith and the Cowboys get closer to the CIF state meet, which is in about 2 months from now up at Buchanan High School in Clovis. So, Keith, a current Cajon track star. Now we've got a former Cajon track star, Jacob Mendiola, now competing for San Bernardino Valley College. And Jacob doing the 3,000-meter steeplechase at the Mangrum Invitational at Cal State San Marcos for the very first time. It was his debut because, of course, they don't do the steeplechase in high school, and this was his first time competing in this event. Jacob taking 22nd place in a field of Division I athletes, Division II athletes, and, of course, other junior colleges. So a great start for Jacob Mendiola of SBVC and formerly of Cajon High School doing the steeplechase. It looks fun, but it looks hard. Great job, Jacob. When we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, baseball highlights, Cajon and Aquinas, coming up here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.